Batwoman number 14, Margaret Bennett and Fernando Blanco on the art. So we know, big twist last issue, we know that Alice is behind it all, who's the evil side to Beth, Kate's sister. And seemingly from this issue, she's actually got Kate infected with a plague of some sort from when she was in the lab with the bats. You know, it's all very symbolic. And Kate's on the run to try and get to her, to try and stop all this. As Alice is monologuing, and it seems that Knife is behind all this. She's the one who's like made sure Alice is back. She's taken her out of the asylum, and she's, you know, giving her drugs to make sure she keeps being Alice, and all the rest of it. That's the gist of what's going on.
Yeah, many arms of death get taken out. Elder and whatever. The sister.
The brother and sister. Well, that was the thing when we spoke about this last time. We were kind of conflicted on the reveal because it was. Like, okay, as much as it makes emotional sense for this to like be Alice to a point, even though it's really Tahani who's behind it all, it was like, well, it felt like we were building up like a new big villain for Batwoman and Sophia, and instead it turned out to be no, it's actually just the one villain she already had, which is kind of a weird. And
I like that dynamic of her wanting to keep her sister safe, yet her sister being her greatest adversary, right? And then you had Safia, who knows her better, or even the Knife, right? Like, if this was just the Knife, or Tahini, whatever her name was, then yeah, but I'm out, I think, after this. Because now once they took out the many arms of death, I'm just like, well, that's the thing I was excited to see, was this new, you know, her globe-trotting with Penny, with Julia Pennyworth, and doing all that stuff, doing the James Bond spy things, and now we're just doing a lesser version of something we've already had. And I was like, oh, hers the sickness again. Like, we've got this, and I understand that's been seeded through the stuff with the foxes and whatnot, but now it's coming to Gotham, and we know that's not how it's going to go. You know?
Yeah. Also, I actually laughed out loud in this issue because at one point Julia's like, "Hey, call in some cavalry, call in Spoiler, call in Red Robin," and she's like, "Oh, this has already ruined my real family. I'm not going to ruin my Bat family as well." And I actually kind of laughed because, like, you know, give it in Detective that's already done. Like, that's falling apart completely.
It's long ruined.
Yeah. No, obviously this is just set before that. That's fine. That's comics, but it just made me laugh.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, I mean, I thought the issue was okay. I have to admit, my patience for the run is kind of dwindling a little bit as we go. I think that all the stuff with the island was fine at first. Obviously, it was fairly riveting for the first arc, actually. I mean, admittedly, we had Epton on art, which was helping quite a bit. Yeah. But I think the Scarecrow section I thought dragged on too long, and was a lot of, like, you know, all the nightmare stuff just kind of felt like it was...
It was a bit too long, but I liked it in concept of what it was doing.
Well, especially with what it dealt with Colony and her dad. You know,
that stuff was fine.
With Colony Prime.
My problem sometimes with this stuff where they're trapped in their mind and it's going through is that sometimes it feels like there's not actually a through-line plot that's happening. It just kind of keeps going around in circles until it ends. And I kind of had that problem with that. But it was okay overall. But as we keep coming back to this same stuff, I'm not particularly into just the overall plot, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I think I'm with Matt on being out. It feels kind of just derivative at this point.
Yep.
It's like, you know, the stuff on the island at the start, I felt so original and unique and fresh. And now I'm just like, okay, it's just another story.
And then, like, what happened with the island? Because, as we know, it became this corporate, you know, thing, Coriana. And this is where the many arms of death have their headquarters. And why would Safia ever do that? And you think, oh, she got burned so badly by Kate that she completely changed. Now that was cool. Like, give me that. And then they just did the bait and switch instead. And it's I don't care, especially on a week as big as this. Like, if this is on a quieter week, I'm more inclined. But now I'm just kind of like, I think I want to skip it.
I think the only thing that'll get me to come back at this point is if we do a time jump to post Detective.
Yeah.
Catch up with, you know, that stuff there.
I did see a thing that they are bringing Renee back. So that would, you know, if we get...
Yeah, that was in the July solicit. Renee's going to be in the book.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, that does sound interesting. I don't know why I say that I'm hard out. Admittedly, it was probably the least excited thing I was to read this week.
Well, that's it. When I was going to read, I was like, I don't actually really want to read this. It was kind of just habit. It's just kind of there. I'm not like, nothing about it makes me go, oh yeah, I want to read this.
I guess the thing though, it's never really been outright bad though, so it's never been like, it's just kind of like, so it kept happening, and then the books have been getting stacking up. Admittedly, this was a kind of a weird week because stuff was delayed to this week, and then whatnot. But yeah, I think I'll read issue 15. I'll see where it's going from here. Admittedly, the more exciting stuff is probably after this arc when Montoya's involved.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we'll see what they're doing. I don't know. But I like the double page spread of the bats all coming out of the city though. That was the one moment in the art that I thought was quite a nice moment. But hey, so yeah, not super stoked on Batwoman right now. Not terrible or by any means, just kind of going through the motions, I guess.